Ένα-δύο. Okay, guys, it looks like we're finally live. Yeah, sorry, guys. I do this by myself. Every time I come to Karaiskaki, it's by myself. No help, zero help whatsoever. Yeah. Apparently now we have sound. I've been talking to myself for almost an hour. Yeah, so the game has just started. It's about 3 minutes in. Finally figured it out. I come to Karaiskaki by myself to do these things. No help, unfortunately. I'm not IT. I know nothing about IT. I'm just a journalist. So anyway, Olympiacos Panathinaikos, 3 minutes now. We haven't been able to, I don't know what you've heard, what you haven't heard. What should I start with now? The team news. Gelson, Martins, and Santiago are back in the squad. Apostolos Apostolopoulos, Adonis Papakanellos, Fanis Bakoulas have been omitted. Yusuf Yazidzi out with the injury, a knee injury that has sidelined him for the rest of the season. Panathinaikos without Tserin tonight due to an illness. Magnusson, Sporar, all of them are out due to an injury. Unai is back, but on the bench for this very important game for both teams. When it comes to starting lineups here, Panathinaikos have opted for a 4-3-3 formation. Dragovski in goal, Vagianidis at right back with Mladenovic on the other side. Ingasson and Palmer Brown at center back. Maximovic, Arao, and Bakasetas in midfield. Zuricic, Pelistri, and Ioannidis up front. Olympiacos with a 4-2-3-1 formation with Jolakis in goal. Kostini at right back, Ortega on the other side. Retsos and Carmo at center back. Hezze and Moussakitis in midfield. Rodinei covers the right flank with Gelson Martins on the other side. And Chiquinho plays behind El Kabi, who spearheads the attack. El Kabi is quite a figurehead in this game tonight for Olympiacos. 13 goals in 19 Super League apps this season for the Morocco international. 5 goals in 7 Europa League games this season. 18 goals in 29 appearances in total across all competitions this season. 51 goals in 79 appearances in total since he joined last summer. Second top scorer this season behind Hezze Betancourt by 1 goal. Betancourt has joined Olympiacos, probably going to spend the rest of the season on loan at Panathinaikos. Same with Athanasiou, spending the rest of the season on loan at Atromitos. El Kabi is was the top scorer last season with 15 goals in 21 Super League appearances. Top scorer in Europe ever for Olympiacos with 21 goals in 26 appearances. Top scorer in the Europa Conference League last season with 11 goals in 9 matches, even though he didn't play in the group stages. Joint top scorer in the Europa League this season with 5 goals in 7 matches. And UEFA's single season record-breaking top goal scorer with 11 goals in the knockout stages. Despite all that, El Kabi has yet to score against Panathinaikos. 0 goals in 6 appearances against Panathinaikos. Olympiacos have been quite lively in these opening few 6 minutes. Here's El Kabi inside the area. He fires a shot, sends it just wide after a very good run by Rodinei down the right flank. Apologies again for the technical issues. We are dealing with that quite often. That's what happens when you only have one person doing this, which is why I left the podcast, working on a casual capacity with the boys now. Jolakis picks the ball up back in his own area, plays it to Hezze, who comes back after that triumph at Porto, at Dragao, that sealed Olympiacos' place in Europe for the second half of the season. Worst case scenario, Europa League knockouts. Best case scenario, last 16. That depends if Olympiacos beat Karabag on Thursday at Karaiskaki. They're going to need some help with the other results as well. That's what happens when you drop points against the likes of Steaua Bucharest and Twente. The Olympiacos are set for knockout football in a major European competition for the 15th time in the last 17 attempts. That's a Greek club with a Greek budget and a Greek owner. No Saudis, no Qatar, no Abu Dhabi, no US, no China. Think about that. Velte Yorgos Botsis, thanks for the email. Thanks for the message. Velte got injured against Porto, and he was one of our best players after he came on as a second half sub, one of the liveliest players. So yeah, he said he couldn't make the game. A very lively atmosphere here at Karaiskaki. There was an almost perfect moment of silence for Panathinaikos legend, the late great Mimis Domazos, one of the greatest players in football history, not just in Greek football history, in football in general. 9 titles with Panathinaikos, 10 in total because he also won 1 title with AEK, and also 3 Greek Cups with Panathinaikos. One of the stalwarts that led Panathinaikos to the European Cup final. Here's Rodine now with the shot. One of the stalwarts is Mimis Domazos that led Panathinaikos to the European Cup final in 1971. He wore the armband, led them to the final at Wembley against Ajax where they lost 2-0. Rest in peace, legend. Here's Rodine with a shot, and it's pumped away by Dragovski, who then picks it up after Vagianidis hits it back. I don't know if you guys can actually hear what's going on here in the background. It is absolutely lively and fiery in a packed Karaiskaki, absolutely full tonight. A very big game for Olympiacos. Olympiacos have been quite unlucky with Panathinaikos in the last few years. In fact, Olympiacos haven't beaten Panathinaikos for almost 2 years. Last time Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos was in May 2023. And in the 8 matches since, Olympiacos have lost 4 times. Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos in May 2023 at Karaiskaki in the playoffs. 1-0 with Oleg Reabchuk's winner that effectively ended Panathinaikos' title hopes. The last time Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos away was back in May 2021. And in all of those 9 away matches since, Olympiacos lost 3 times. The last time Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos at home in front of a crowd was in November 2016. And the last time Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos away with a crowd was in November 2013. When it comes to head-to-head record, we've had 153 matches against Panathinaikos. Olympiacos won 54 of them. Panathinaikos won 42. 57 of them were draws. More draws than wins for either side. Since Karaiskaki opened, the new Karaiskaki opened in 2004, and Olympiacos won 1-0 with Rivaldo's wonder goal. It's been 27 matches. Olympiacos have won 13 times. Panathinaikos have won 6. Olympiacos have been very lively in this first half so far. Over 10 minutes have gone by. Olympiacos are directing pace and are controlling possession. Panathinaikos, though, are dangerous at times with a counter-attack, trying to find Ioannidis up front with a long ball. Reminding you the lineups, Olympiacos are with Zolakis in goal, Kostinia at right back, Ortega on the other side, Retsos and Karmo at centre back, Hezze and Mouzakidis in midfield with Chiquinho at number 10, Rodineo on the right, Gelson Martins on the other side, and El Kabi up front. Dragovski in goal for Panathinaikos, Vagianidis at right back, Mladenovic on the other side, Ingasson and Palmer Brown at centre back, Maximovic, Arao and Bakasetas in midfield, Djuricic, Ioannidis and Pelistri spearheading the attack. Paschalakis, Biancon, Pirola, Stamenic, Velde, Dani Garcia, Yaremchuk, Masouras and Babis Kostoulas on the bench. Velde picked up a knock against Porto but was deemed fit enough to be on the bench. Lodigin, Zeka, Unai, Tete, Mancini, Limnios, Yedvai, Kotsiras and Yeremeyev on the bench. Olympiacos are applying their favorite high press, hitting on the counter, pushing Panathinaikos' numbers back, and so far it's working. Πώς το λέει, όχι, δεν μπορείτε να δείτε το παιχνίδι, μόνο live commentary μπορώ να κάνω. Olympiacos pick up a foul at a promising position. Gelson Martins goes down on Panathinaikos' third on the left-hand side. Apostole, I just told you, δεν δείχνουμε το παιχνίδι. We're not showing the game. Only live commentary here. Unfortunately, Cosmote, Nova, etc. are not too big on helping out with TV rights. So that's a bummer. So Rodine is about to take on a free kick for Olympiacos. Olympiacos haven't been too lucky with free kicks. Sergio Oliveira is on the bench. He's good with free kicks. No apologies, Oliveira is not even on the bench, excuse me. Anyway, here comes Rodine, and there's a header, and it's a goal for Olympiacos. A goal for Olympiacos, and it's Moussakitis. Moussakitis with the biggest goal. Oh no, it's not Moussakitis, excuse me, it's Karmo for Olympiacos. 1-0 against Panathinaikos, and a fantastic delivery from Rodine. On 14 minutes, an amazing header by Karmo on the far post, and the stadium comes unglued. Olympiacos, Panathinaikos 1-0, nice and early for the hosts. Olympiacos draw blood nice and early. Just after 14 minutes, Olympiacos earn a free kick down the left-hand side. Rodine delivers a fantastic cross to Dragovski's far post. Karmo jumps higher than anyone else and sends the ball behind the net. A huge goal by Karmo, who needed that goal after a very rocky start. That's Jose Luis Mendilibar subbing him in the first half. In one of the previous games. He really needed that, and that's 1-0 for Olympiacos after 14 minutes. So, well, basically, I can't say that the stadium is livelier or more fiery right now, because it's been insane since the last fan made his or her way to their seat. Surely now this goal gives a lot more confidence for Olympiacos, who continue as they started with a high press. Panathinaikos are not finding any response so far. Just over 15 minutes here at Karaiskaki. William Arau now passes it to Vagianidis on the right, and he is dispossessed by Gelson Martins. The ball goes out for a free kick. There's Vagianidis. Ioannidis down on the right. He goes down, but it is a free throw for Olympiacos. Kostinia now with the throw in. Ortega, excuse me. El Kabi with the header. Panathinaikos are clearing it, and it's a foul for Panathinaikos. A foul on Maximovic in the midfield area. From Hezze, it seems, that foul. William Arau is going to take this on. Few complaints about the ball's position. Arau taking a while. Passes it close, back to Arau. Arao sends it to Ioannidis. Ioannidis is the target man for Panathinaikos. Long balls for the Greek international here. Of course, one of the best Greek players around. Leicester, Lazio, and Ipswich wanted to sign him for a record fee for a Greek player last summer. But Panathinaikos opted to give him a new contract. Very nervy start for Panathinaikos. Long balls to nowhere. A free throw for Olympiacos down the right. Kostinia plays it back to Retsos. Retsos passes it back to his center-back partner and the goal scorer so far, David Carmo, opening the goal scoring on 14 minutes. A long ball for El Kabi. Arao gets to it and he throws it out for a throw-in. Gelson leaving it for Ortega. El Kabi back to Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis back to Retsos. Retsos now to Kostinia down the right. Hezze to Mouzakitis, who leaves it for Ortega. Ortega back to Carmo. Carmo now to Retsos. Very smooth possession game for Olympiacos. A fantastic ball from Retsos to Gelson Martins down the left. Ortega makes the run. Still Gelson. Gelson, is he going to shoot? He fancies it. He passes to Kostinia down the right instead. Mouzakitis to Ortega down the left. Ortega with the cross to El Kabi. El Kabi gets the touch, but it is cleared from the Panathinaikos defense. It's a foul here by Mouzakitis on Bakasetas. Tasos Bakasetas, the Greek captain. That's something that's staying. Tasos Bakasetas as Greece's captain. Olympiacos fans paying tribute to the fallen victims at Tebi. There is a banner right here, right in front of me that reads «Οι ψυχές του τρένου ήταν δολοφονία, δεν έχω οξυγόνο, μπαζώσατε και χτίσατε ολόκληρη ιστορία». The souls of the train were murdered. I have no oxygen. You created an entire new story. 57 dead were killed at Tebi when two trains were on the same track for 11 minutes and collided head-on. 57 dead, and 30 of them apparently, allegedly, were burned alive as the other train carried flammable objects, flammable material. May they all rest in peace, and let's all hope for justice, which in Greece, well, what can you tell? When it comes to the game, Panathinaikos are now in possession. Ioannidis with the ball after a really bad clearance by Retsos. Panathinaikos now playing it back. I don't know if you can hear the cheers. Olympiacos gained possession back. There's Rodine. He throws it in front. And here comes El Kabi, quite far back. There's Rodine. To Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis to Kostinia. Kostinia looking for support, back to Mouzakitis, who's on the right now. Back to Kostinia. Still Kostinia. Back to Mouzakitis. Olympiacos are looking for a cross, but instead they're playing it back. There's Ortega. Ortega back to Mouzakitis. Lovely ball by Mouzakitis down the right to Kostinia, who finds Rodine, his partner down the right flank. Rodine looking to break through, and there's the cross, and it's cleared by a header from Ingasson. Ingasson, of course, set to reunite with another former PAOK teammate in Karol Zviterski, who signed a 3.5 deal with Panathinaikos. Obviously, he's not part of the squad, but he is expected to join the team for their next match next week. Olympiacos, of course, have signed Bruno Onyemaechi from Boavista, 3.5-year contract. And, of course, Andre Horta, on loan, it seems, from Braga, back on loan for a second stint. one of the heroes that led Olympiacos to the Europa Conference League last season, one of the main players that turned Olympiacos to the first and only team to win a senior European Cup. We haven't seen them tonight. They are expected to be announced tomorrow, both of them. Orta on a loan deal, it seems, but with a much better buyout clause, with a buyout clause worth just north of 2 million euros. Olympiacos, of course, have also signed Hezze Betancor, the top goal scorer in the Greek league from Panathinaikos, and Nikos Athanasiou from Atromitos. Athanasiou, though, spending the rest of the season on loan at Atromitos, and Betancor seemingly is going to do the same. They were waiting to see what's going to happen with Yaremchuk, but Yaremchuk is on the bench. He's been having quite a few good matches, scored the equalizer against Panathinaikos in the most recent meeting before this one, 1-1 draw. Yaremchuk cancelled out Juricic's opener. He then scored against Porto, but the goal was deemed offside by a fraction. Also played an amazing game against Steaua Bucharest until he broke his nose. And it seems like he's staying, so probably Betancor staying on loan at Panathinaikos. Olympiacos win back possession, but it is a foul by Hezze on Pelistri, I think. And it's a yellow card for Hezze for that foul. Bit of a soft call, that. But obviously Hezze was also very animated with his complaint. So first yellow card goes to Santiago Hezze. Bit of a soft call, that, from the ref, if I may say so myself. Panathinaikos now earning a free throw down the left. Panathinaikos are struggling to play the ball forward. Most of the passes on the back. Olympiacos win it back with Kostinia, who throws it forward for El Kabi. Arau now passes it on the left to Maximovic. Now Mladenovic, there's the cross. Retsos heads it out. Zolakis now clears it after a very clever pass back by Kostinia. There's Vagiannidis. Gelson Martins dispossesses him. Vagiannidis had a good game at Karaiskaki almost 2 years ago. That game with that was postponed, that was abandoned because of Juancar. He scored the opener. There's Mladenovic with a cross. Ioannidis gets the header. Very sloppy, that one. Still Panathinaikos with the ball. There's Arau passing it to the right to Vagiannidis. Vagiannidis with a cross to nowhere. No, actually it's Mladenovic who gets a very bad touch. Still Panathinaikos now, though, with the ball. Bakasetas plays it back. Mladenovic, Arau. Panathinaikos are getting a lot more of possession right now. Much better passing game now from the Panathinaikos players. So guys, give me your predictions about the final score. Olympiacos, Panathinaikos 1-0 with Karmo's opener on 14 minutes after a brilliant assist by Rodinei. What's your predictions? Let me know in the comment section. Panathinaikos now with a throw-in. Panathinaikos enjoying a lot more of possession right now. There's a shot, and Zolakis gets to it with as he falls down his bottom right corner. A shot by Ioannidis, if I'm correct. I'm positioned in quite a far corner down the left, quite close to gate 7. Palmer Brown clears Ioannidis' ball, Zolakis' ball. There's Arau with a brilliant ball down the left to Mladenovic. Kostinia gets to it first, though, with a lovely tackle. Another throw-in for Panathinaikos. Comrade Aris says 2-0 for Olympiacos tonight. Let's see if he's right. What about you guys? Let us know in the comments. Almost a perfect moment silence for Mimis Domazos. Just a couple of hecklers, really. But all in all, it was Mimis Domazos and Panathinaikos received a lot of support and respect from the Olympiacos faithful here at Karaiskakis after the huge loss for not just Greek football, but all of football, past, present, and future. Taking a while for that throw-in. The referee is having a word with the captains. There's Gelson Martins with this possession. A good run by Gelson, trying to release El Kabi. He goes down. There's no foul though by the ref. The Olympiacos faithful not happy about it. There's Ioannidis now with the ball, giving it to Vagiannidis down the right, excuse me. Pellistri in for support. Vagiannidis looking for that cross, but he's dispossessed. Pellistri takes it back. Ball goes back to Bakasetas. Bakasetas back to Palmer Brown. Excuse me, to Arao. There's the shot, and another good save by Tsolakis. A fantastic left-footed shot by Greece's captain Bakasetas, but Tsolakis falls down his bottom left-hand corner this time with a very good save for the Greece international, who, according to many, should be the starter for the Greece national team. Odysseas Vlachodimos playing third fiddle at Newcastle right now after leaving from Nottingham Forest. Behind Martin Dubravka, the second choice, and of course Nick Pope, Eddie Howe's starter at Newcastle. Ben De Rossia is more confident than Comrade Aris. 3-0 he expects tonight. There's Rodine, passes it to Hezze. Hezze still with the ball, passes it back to Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis to Kostini. Still, there's Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis to Ortega. Ortega to Gelson. Gelson. Ortega. Mouzakitis. Back to Karmo. Almost got dispossessed there, the 17-year-old, by Fotis Ioannidis. Karmo to Hezze. Mouzakitis. Strong pressing game from Panathinaikos in the last few minutes as we just make it to the half-hour mark of this game. Olympiacos Panathinaikos 1-0. Hezze to a really bad pass there to Gelson. Very heavy ball there. And it's a free throw for Panathinaikos down the right with Vagiannidis set to take it on. Vagiannidis to Arao, who clears it. Mouzakitis with a header. Bakasetas with one of his own. Another one by Mouzakitis. Bakasetas with the ball. Back to Ioannidis, who goes down. Foul by Ortega. Arao plays it quickly. Maximovic to Pellistri. Pellistri to Vagiannidis. Really bad pass. Vagiannidis cannot get to it. And it's a free throw for Olympiacos down the left. Ortega ready to take the free throw on. He takes it. Cleared by Vagiannidis. William Arao to Pellistri. Vagiannidis. Dispossessed by Hezze, who passes it to Gelson, who has a lot of space down the left. A lot of support as well. Hezze with the ball still. And he tries to find El Kabi, but it's cleared down Panathinaikos' third. There's Bakasetas. Bakasetas with a lovely ball there down to the left where Mladenovic is. Mladenovic, excuse me. To Maximovic. Maximovic tried looking for the cross. Gets it, but he's dispossessed. And there's Tsolakis, who passes it to Retsos now with a beautiful ball to Rodine. Rodine drives the ball forward. Rodine still has El Kabi on his right and he passes it to him. El Kabi to Kostinia. Rodine dispossessed down the right, his right by Ingason. Dragovski clears it. There's Pelistri to Bakasetas. Bakasetas now freezing the tempo with a pass to Vagianidis, back to Bakasetas. Bakasetas with the ball down the left, looking for Mladenovic. Gets to it. Panathinaikos now looking for a shot. They get it, and it goes out for a free throw. Down Zolakis' bottom right corner. Bit desperate that shot there. Didn't have a lot of support there. I believe it was Juricic. Can't really tell from where I'm situated. Zolakis now with a long ball. William Arau gets the header. Olympiacos get it back with Ortega. Ortega passes it to Gelson Martins down his left. Gelson now with the support of Hezze. Hezze back to Gelson. Excellent passing game. And there's a foul for Olympiacos down the left. Same position from where Olympiacos scored that goal. Same position where we got that cross from Rodine. This one. We had technical difficulties again, it seems. Guys, do let me know how long you haven't been listening. Do let me know. Dragovski passing the ball back. Carmo now clears it. Okay, that's good. A minute or so, it's good, Ari. There's Ioannidis. Passes it down the left where Mladenovic is. Mladenovic still with the ball, looking for Pelistri on the other side. There's Vagianidis with the cross, but he gets a deflection. Ioannidis again, looking for that cross. Huge boos from the crowd. Another free throw for Panathinaikos down the right-hand side. Gelson now with the ball. He dispossessed. So much space for Gelson. It's 2 against 2. El Kabi on his right. Taking too long is Gelson. Panathinaikos back. There's El Kabi. El Kabi. He goes down inside the area. No foul. No penalty by the referee. Karaiskaki is furious. Olympiacos need to throw the ball out. And Panathinaikos, they're waiting for a VAR check. It seemed like a penalty. It seemed like El Kabi was brought down. It really seemed like El Kabi was fouled. It really looked like a penalty that. Around 37 minutes that incident took place. Gelson played El Kabi inside the box with a beautiful through ball. El Kabi went for the shot, but was dispossessed. El Kabi tried to shoot, but it seemed like a Panathinaikos foot got to him. Now VAR are looking into it. I have no screens in front of me because all foreign publications of Karaiskaki don't get that treatment. It's a kind of you need to sort it out yourself kind of thing. VAR still looking into it. It's a good thing the ball went out quickly so that VAR could check. And apparently nothing. No, not a penalty. Not a penalty for Olympiacos. It seems like we're going to call this as a questionable call. That is definitely a questionable call. It did seem like Ingasson got his foot on the Olympiacos striker. Referee, though, deems play on. Panathinaikos with the free throw. Karmo now looking to clear it, but instead passes it back to Zoulakis. Zoulakis clears it. Rodine gets the header. Willian Arao. Willian Arao was very closely linked with Olympiacos, and there's a foul for Olympiacos. And it's a yellow card, surely this time. Yes, a yellow card to Vagiannidis, who went head first on Gelson Martins, who is down. That is a really nasty collision right there. Gelson Martins is down on the pitch. Olympiacos' physios make their way to the pitch. Hopefully the Olympiacos player is fine. Those injuries are very dangerous, boys and girls, in the modern game. Gelson is slowly coming back up. That's very good news tonight. He's back up to his feet. He seems all right, thankfully. Vagiannidis came with a lot of force. But it seems like all good to go, all clear. Gelson needs a second or two. But everything seems fine. 5 more minutes until the halftime game, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 Olympiacos with Karmo's opener on 14 minutes. Karmo takes this free kick on. Karmo seems he's going to go for, he's going to go deep. He goes deep looking for El Kabi. Vagiannidis clears it, but only as far as Hezze, who plays it down the right to Rodine. Rodine with the ball, still Rodine, passes to Kostinia, and it's a foul. It's a foul for Olympiacos because of a foul by Mladenovic, it seems. Another yellow card, second for Panathinaikos. First one was for Vagiannidis for going head first on Gelson Martins. Mladenovic, the second Panathinaikos player to be booked only a minute after Vagiannidis was booked. 2 yellow cards for Panathinaikos, 3 in total in this derby. Santiago Hezze for Olympiacos, Vagiannidis and Mladenovic for Panathinaikos. Rodine now getting ready to take this free kick. Same position pretty much, only on the other side. Rodine now getting ready for the free kick. 42 minutes into the match. There's the cross. Cleared by Palmer Brown. Back where Ortega is, who's passing it back to Zoulakis. Zoulakis going deep, but Panathinaikos are going to clear it with Ingasson. Panathinaikos. Bad break that, and there's Zolakis. And I think there's a foul. There's a foul for Panathinaikos and a yellow card to Kostinia. A foul, I think, on Ioannidis. It was a late challenge by Kostinia, excuse me. Panathinaikos getting a free kick in a very promising position just outside the area in the 43rd minute. Olympiacos making it a habit of conceding just before halftime, or just before full time, which he almost did with Atromitos, but were spared their blushes by Konstantinos Zolakis. Kostinia then with a yellow card, 4th of the match, 2nd for Olympiacos, for a foul just outside the area. The foul was on Ioannidis, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Ioannidis or Djuricic. Bakasetas is on the ball, as is Mladenovic. It's going to be either by Mladenovic or Bakasetas. Probably Bakasetas. Panathinaikos were asking for a red card on Kostinia. They deemed that Djuricic was the last player. Not true, though. There was a lot of players there that could have gotten Djuricic from where I'm standing. So Mladenovic and Bakasetas now on the ball. VAR looked at a possible red card. No red card for Kostinia, as Djuricic was not considered to be the last man. There were a lot of players that could have gotten to him. So now Bakasetas or Mladenovic are going to take this. Oh, wait. The referee now is going to the monitor to look it back for a possible red card. So we can all expect now Olympiacos to continue the game with 10 players. The referee is now down the VAR booth, the VAR screen. Probably going to be a red. That's how it always goes down. This is taking very long, but we all know how this is going to end. It's going to be a red card by Kostinia. That's how it always happens. That's how it always goes down. Red card because VAR has asked the referee to deem if Djuricic was the last man before he was fouled by Kostinia. The way I saw it, there were a lot of defenders that could have got to Djuricic. Same line there. The referee is still looking at the VAR monitor, but we all know how this is going to go down. The referee coming back in. And yeah. He's going for a red card, it seems. And it's a red card to Kostinia. Red card to Kostinia. Olympiacos continuing the game with 10 players. Kostinia has been sent off. Straight red card. Referee deemed that Djuricic was the last man. I don't have a way of seeing the screen because that's how Olympiacos have me visiting. International media are always put without a screen, so I could not see if it was indeed a red card. By the way I saw it, there were a lot of defenders available to get to Djuricic. Anyway, Panathinaikos Olympiacos 1-0, Olympiacos with 10 players, and it's a free kick for Panathinaikos. There's Mladenovic, the shot, and it's just out. Just out. It's a corner kick for Panathinaikos. It kind of looked like a goal, just missed Zolakis' net. The ball deflected off the wall, Olympiacos' wall. And now Panathinaikos get the corner kick with Bakasetas. 6 minutes to go now of extra time, of stoppage time. There's the cross by Bakasetas. The header goes way back. The shot, and it goes out. The shot by Djuricic, the man that earned the red card for Kostinia. So Rodine now is returned back to right back now that Kostinia is out. It seems like Olympiacos are now playing 4-3-2 with Gelson helping El Kabi up front. Zolakis with the long ball. El Kabi doesn't get to it. And a foul on William Arao by El Kabi. The referee is quite easy to call on fouls, especially for Panathinaikos. Olympiacos are not getting a lot of fouls, not as much as Panathinaikos so far into the game. We can definitely say that this referee is not afraid of the home field advantage. There's Pelistri, back to William Arao. Arao back to Ingasson. Ingasson to Mladenovic. Mladenovic still with the ball. He passes it back to Ingasson. Still Ingasson. Ingasson. Dispossessed. Out for a free throw for Panathinaikos. 5 more minutes of stoppage time to go. Rodine is going to take this one. It's for Olympiacos, actually. There was a deflection. Rodine is going to take this one on. Nick, in my opinion, Nick Georgiadis, how was that a red card? Nick, the way I saw, there were a lot of defenders there available to get to Djuricic. I can't see how he was the last man. There's Gelson Martins. Gelson Martins with the ball. No support. Ortega is not making the run, so it's just Gelson by himself. Gelson, there's a foul by William Arao. Olympiacos need to stop being animated because there might be a yellow card coming in. Olympiacos need to stop being so animated, especially after they got the fouls. A very good position for Olympiacos down the left. Αχιλλέα Μποχλώρης, τι κόκκινη έδωσε ρε παιδιά, ότι πακουμπηθήκανε. I don't have a replay in front of me because Olympiacos, they like to put international media in positions where there's no screen, so I cannot see what happened. But I don't think he was the last man. Anyway, I'm going to say, first chance I get to look at the replay. There's Rodine with the cross. The cross, and it's straight out for goal kick. Olympiacos are a bit stunned after that red card on Kostinia. It was very unlucky for Olympiacos, who were dominating. Panathinaikos have taken a lot of heart from it, though. Very confident. Now Panathinaikos playing out the back. William Arao. Pass it to Mladenovic. Mladenovic back to Ingasson. El Kabi with the press. Back to Dragovski. Dragovski clears it. And that's halftime. Olympiacos Panathinaikos 1-0 with David Karmos opener on 14 minutes. But Kostinia was sent off for a foul on Djuricic, which was very controversial. It was deemed that Djuricic was the last man, and he was sent off with a direct red card. It's going to be very interesting to see how Jose Luis Mendilibar addresses the second half with one player down. A Panathinaikos official now is taunting the crowd, waving at the crowd. That's not a very good idea. But Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am back from halftime. Please do let me know if you can hear me because we've had quite a lot of technical problems so far in the game. Some of you are saying you couldn't hear me, but the last couple of minutes, but that's because it was halftime and I was taking a break, which I did tell you that I was going to take a break during halftime. So 1-0 for Olympiacos. David Carmo opening the scoring on 14 minutes. And there's 2 substitutions taking place. But it's been quite controversial as Kostinia was sent off by the referee and VAR, deeming that he fouled Juricic when he was the last player and in a very promising position for goal. Olympiacos manager Jose Luis Mendilibar will start the second half with a change. Dani Garcia is coming on, and Panathinaikos make a double change with Kotsiras and Unai coming on for the visitors. Dani Garcia has come on for Gelson Martins, who had a very good first half, by the way. So it's obvious that Jose Luis Mendilibar wants to control the midfield line. Doesn't want to let too many attacks by Panathinaikos. Now we're going to get a lot of bodies in midfield. Reminding you that Unai and Kotsiras also came on for Panathinaikos for the second half. And here we go, second half underway. Panathinaikos kicking things off for us all. A controversial first half, despite the opener. Olympiacos fans are very angry, and the Olympiacos team as well, as they deemed that Kostinia should not have been sent off with a red card. It's going to be very interesting to see how they approach this second half now with a man down. So Kotsiras and Unai came on for Vagiannidis and Maximovic, respectively. Panathinaikos now moving the ball nicely like they did in the first half. Still chasing for Ioannidis. Retsos, though, gets to him. Zolakis taking uncharacteristically long to come off his line to clear a long ball, but Retsos sends it out for a free throw. Arao back to Palmer Brown. Bakasetas dispossessed by Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis trying to find El Gabi but picks up a deflection and the ball goes to Mladenovic. Down the right for Kotsiras. Kotsiras with the ball. Pass it back to Unai. Unai now to Juricic. Panathinaikos looking for that. There's the shot from Bakasetas, but Zolakis falls on his bottom right corner again. It was a weak shot by Bakasetas, but that's his third shot on target, I believe, that he gets against Olympiacos. Zolakis had to lunge to his bottom corners to deny them. Bakasetas fancying his chances in this match. There's a foul for Olympiacos from a promising position, not too far away from the box down the right. The referee gave a lot of fouls for Panathinaikos in the first half, a lot of fouls. No fouls for Olympiacos for similar challenges. Rodine is going to take this on, playing it down for Hezze, but the referee is going to call it back. Rodine getting ready to take on the free kick. Olympiacos are very determined now after losing Kostinya. Very frustrated, but also very determined to prove themselves and still win this, despite being a man down for an entire, for more than just a half, an entire half. Rodine still waiting to take on the free kick. There's the cross, and there's a goal for Olympiacos. The cross goes in, and it's a goal for Olympiacos. Or is it? Oh no, it went out for a free kick. Out for a free kick. The game continues. Dragovski to Palmer Brown. Palmer Brown to Ingasson. Not a goal. Not a goal. Here's Olympiacos now on the attack. Mouzakitis to LKB. Mouzakitis again. Mouzakitis playing it down the right. There's Chiquinho. Chiquinho with the ball. Chiquinho. There's Dani Garcia, but to nowhere. Or Mouzakitis gets there. Mouzakitis gets there. Down the left. Mouzakitis passes it back to Pacho Ortega. Pacho Ortega back now to Dani Garcia. Garcia now to Carmo. Carmo with the long ball. Cleared by Arao. There's Unai. Unai loses it to Dani Garcia. There's a clearance by Arao. Down where Rodine is. Rodine now with the ball. But he can't clear it. He accidentally hits Rui Vitoria with the ball. But no issue there. El Kabi got that shot that we all thought was a goal. But it seemingly went, but it actually went out. It really looked like a goal from where we were standing. Olympiacos dangerous on set pieces. When was the last time we said that? Or when was the last time you heard anyone saying that Olympiacos are dangerous on set pieces in any game? Bakasetas now getting ready to take on the corner kick. Bakasetas now taking on the corner kick. There's the cross. Cleared by Hezze. Still Panathinaikos. Bakasetas with the ball down the left to Unai. Unai now with a through ball to Pelistri. Olympiacos need to be careful there. Pelistri now, still Pelistri. Pelistri goes down, and it is a free throw for Olympiacos. So El Kabi got that shot from the Rodine corner. He just got a touch, and the ball just went out for a free kick. Many here at Karaiskaki, including myself, thought it was a goal, but it was the ball went out for a free kick. Rodine going to get us going here with a free kick. Looking for El Kabi, who gets the header. Hezze. Mouzakitis looking for El Kabi, but ball to nowhere. It's so obvious Olympiacos are playing with a man down. There's such a gap down the flanks when Olympiacos get on the attack. There's Ingasson now playing it to his left to Mladenovic. Unai, still Unai. Unai playing it on the other side to Kotsiras. He has Pelistri. Passes it to him. Pelistri goes down, and it's a foul for Panathinaikos by Pacho Ortega. Almost 52 minutes here at Karaiskaki, still 1-0. Olympiacos playing with 10 men. Panathinaikos really fancying their chances. There's Ingasson on the left to Mladenovic. Mladenovic with the ball, has Djuricic for support, passes it back to Unai. Unai now to Djuricic on the left, back to Djuricic. Olympiacos shown good defending. Olympiacos have the best defense in the Europa League so far. Kotsiras down the right. Kotsiras looking for that cross, he gets it, but it's cleared by Dani Garcia. Dani Garcia much better than the last Dani Garcia Olympiacos had here. Back in the 2004-2005 season, Dani Garcia, the former Barcelona striker, really struggled at Olympiacos. Olympiacos dispossess. Mouzakitis playing it to El Kabi, but Arao gets to it. No, sorry, that was Palmer Brown. Olympiacos now trying to clear, and there's a foul and a yellow card. A yellow card for a late challenge of Dani Garcia. A yellow card to Djuricic, the man that earned the red card beforehand. to leave Olympiacos, to give Panathinaikos an advantage to play with a man with a man plus. Yellow card to Juricic then. Important to mention that Kostini apologized to the fans. He put his hands up and apologized to the fans after his red card. Haven't seen the replay yet, but a lot of you and a lot of people are saying that he had nothing to apologize for, actually. Panathinaikos now trying to play the ball from the back. Unai tries to clear, but gets a deflection of El Kabi, and that's a free throw for Panathinaikos. And yeah, Ari, I think you're absolutely right. I think Olympiacos are playing with a 4-4-1 formation right now, with El Kabi up front. Panathinaikos now trying to play from the right with Kotsiras. Down to the other side where Unai is. Very lively Unai since he came on. He's everywhere. Foul for Panathinaikos. From a promising position on the 55th minute. Foul on Juricic. Let's see if that's going to lead to something good for Panathinaikos. Last time Juricic picked up a foul, it was a red card for their opponents. Bakasetas and Unai now are on the ball. I see Mladenovic as well. I think Unai is going to take this one. There's the whistle. It's Bakasetas. There's the cross. Ball's up. Arao, Pelistri, Mouzakitis gets to it. And there's El Kabi. No support. El Kabi, still El Kabi. El Kabi is all alone. Passes it back to Mouzakitis. And there's Rodine down the right. Rodine making the run, but the ball goes out for a free throw. Just over 55 minutes here at Karaiskaki. Still 1-0 for Olympiacos. Had a big moment there with El Kabi, whose shot just missed Dragovski's bottom right corner. Kotsiras now passes it to Mladenovic. No, sorry, that was Mladenovic. That was, excuse me about that. My positioning is really bad here. Kotsiras. Pass it back to Palmer Brown. Back to Kotsiras. Kotsiras now to Pelistri. Kotsiras. Unai to Ioannidis. Unai. Down to Kotsiras. Has Pelistri for support. There's Pelistri. Back. He loses the ball. Still Pelistri. Pelistri again. Pelistri now gets it to Ioannidis, but he's dispossessed by Karmo. And it's a free throw for Panathinaikos. No, for Olympiacos it seems. Yes, for Olympiacos. Ortega getting ready for the free throw. Very good defending there by Karmo. Very good defending. Really regaining his fitness there. Really regaining his old self. That helped Olympiacos win the Europa Conference League and make history as the one and only Greek team to win a European Cup. Second in total after the youth team won the UEFA Youth League. That was the first ever European trophy a Greek team wins. Olympiacos, the senior team, then won the Europa Conference League. It was actually the second European Cup a Greek team wins. There's Ingason now trying to play Panathinaikos out the back. Has Mladenovic on his left. He passes it to him. Juricic. Still Juricic looking for support. Passes it back to Unai, who's everywhere, literally everywhere. Back to Willian Arao. Arao. Great ball down the right where Pelistri is. He has Kotsiras for support. Pelistri. Ortega's all over him. Pelistri. Still Pelistri. Former Man United man still holding on to the ball. Kotsiras passes it back to Bakasetas. Bakasetas with a long ball. To his left where Mladenovic is. Mladenovic now to Juricic. Juricic trying to find Mladenovic, but there's Rodine. Rodine holding on to it, and there's a foul for Olympiacos. Olympiacos' subs are warming up, as are Panathinaikos'. Lot of quality for Olympiacos to choose from. There's Christopher Velde, there's Yaremchuk, there's Masouras, and of course, arguably Olympiacos' biggest wonder kid, Babis Kostoulas. Olympiacos now with the ball, dispossessed by Arao. Arao has had a good game, but he's dispossessed by Dani Garcia. Dani Garcia providing the press. There's Hezze, but he's dispossessed by Ingasson. Ingasson passing it to Bakasetas. There's Arao now. Arao back to Bakasetas. Bakasetas passing it to Kotsiras, who has Pelistri for support. Pelistri now with the ball. Pelistri. Still Pelistri. Back to Kotsiras. Pass it back to Bakasetas. Long ball. Finding Unai, who has Mladenovic on his left. There's a good long ball, but straight out for a free kick. We just reached the hour mark at Karaiskaki. Still 1-0 for Olympiacos. Olympiacos holding strong despite playing with a man down. I really hope you guys can hear the atmosphere here at Karaiskaki. It's absolutely buzzing. So fiery, so loud, so passionate, so alive. I really hope you guys get to enjoy this as much as I do. Zolakis with a free kick. LKB gets the header. Ball goes back to Zolakis, who clears it. Down the left where no one's there. It's so clear that Olympiacos are playing with a man down. So clear. Like I told you guys, there are times where at least one flank is completely empty. That's where you miss Gelson Martins. And now Panathinaikos making another substitution. Djuricic comes off for Tete. Djuricic, who scored against Olympiacos at Oaka in their last meeting, the 1-1 draw. He opened the scoring after Paschalakis' awful error. And Roman Yaremchuk equalized and probably saved his career at Olympiacos. That's probably the only reason why Betancourt wasn't brought in immediately. There's Olympiacos now with LKB. Still LKB. Pass it back to Hezze, but is dispossessed by Unai. Unai now trying to get the ball through for Pelistri, but Retsos with a fantastic tackle. Stops Pelistri and gets the ball for Rodine. It seems like Tete is going to play on the right flank now, and Pelistri will be on the other side for Panathinaikos. Pelistri on the left, Tete on the right. It's a free throw for Olympiacos. Rodine about to get things going. Olympiacos fans up in arms. It's a very fiery second half. Olympiacos are not giving up, despite being with 10 men. One man down, but it's obvious they're playing with one man down. The flanks are, one flank is often very empty, and when Olympiacos try to get the ball there, there's no one there. Olympiacos' fans are up in arms. They refuse to say die, but Panathinaikos really loving their chances so far. Really loving this advantage. Rodine now with a free throw down the right. Playing it to LKB. LKB. There's Hezze. Hezze is getting, can he get to it? No, Dragovski gets the ball first. Ball now to the left where Mladenovic is. Mladenovic passing to Willian Arao. Playing deep now, Willian Arao is. There's Unai now to Pelistri down the left. Playing it, really bad pass from Pelistri. There's Moussakitis who dispossesses it, and there's Hezze. Hezze with the ball still. Hezze, and that's a foul. That's a foul by Pelistri. Panathinaikos now trying to play out the back. Dragovski clears it. Retsos gets the header where Muzakitis is. Can he shoot? Muzakitis, can he shoot? He needs to shoot. Shoot, Musa! Foul for Olympiacos. Must be a foul, and it is a foul from a promising position right just outside the area, and it's a yellow card, I believe, to Ingason, I believe is a yellow card. Pretty sure it's Ingason. Right outside. Now Olympiacos getting ready to take on a free kick from a very promising position in the 65th minute of the match. I see Muzakitis there. I see Hezze there. El Kabi is leaving. Muzakitis and Hezze are there. Muzakitis is going to take this on. Deserves it. Muzakitis and Hezze there. No Rodine. And it's going to be Muzakitis, it seems. What a story that'll be if the 17-year-old scores against Olympiacos' biggest opponents. The Karaiskaki has come unglued. The fans are so passionate. Everyone chanting for Muzakitis. There's the shot by Muzakitis. Dragovski just manages to save. Muzakitis again. Nah, there's a deflection. And there's Rodine now. Rodine with a cross, and it's a corner kick for Olympiacos. Fantastic take. Fantastic shot by Muzakitis. Forcing a very difficult save out of Dragovski. That came so close. Olympiacos are so alive right now. Team and fans, the 12th player of Olympiacos, absolutely up in arms. My dear colleague right now thinks it's going to be 2-0 now. Corner kick now. There's Rodine. There's the cross. Deflected. There's Dani Garcia. Back to Rodine. Rodine. Can he cross it? He cannot. He's dispossessed by Tete, I believe. Panathinaikos clearing it. There's Hezze now. No, sorry, Chiquinho. El Kabi, no. Palmer Brown now with the ball. A lot of time there to clear it. Passes it on his right to Kotsiras. Kotsiras now. Passes it back to Willian Arao. Willian Arao to Bakasetas. Bakasetas trying to let Ioannidis and Tete through, but Pacho Ortega gets there first. Passes it back to Zolakis. Zolakis now clears it towards Muzakitis. Can Muzakitis get there? No, he cannot. But there's Olympiacos with Dani Garcia. Dani Garcia with the ball. Passes it to Muzakitis. To Hezze, excuse me. Has Muzakitis on his left. There's Muzakitis with a cross. Palmer Brown. There's Chiquinho now. Back to Muzakitis on the left. Muzakitis, still Muzakitis. Muzakitis. Passes it to Dani Garcia. Dani Garcia is going to try and look for Rodine on the other side and finds him on the right flank. Rodine with Papelistri in front of him. Passes it to Chiquinho. Chiquinho. Still Chiquinho. There's the cross. No one there. Still Olympiacos though. Dani Garcia with the ball. Dani. There's a El Kabi. Goes to nothing. And there's a foul for Panathinaikos. Foul by Panathinaikos. Rodine was deemed to have fouled Pelistri, I believe. And it's a foul for Panathinaikos. Olympiacos really need that second goal. That second goal would pretty much put that game to bed. He has the atmosphere. He has that intimidation factor with their 12th player. The fans really are completely up in arms. If they get a second goal in, if Olympiacos get a second goal in, that pretty much puts it to bed. You cannot miss with that kind of atmosphere. If it's 2 goals, Panathinaikos are going to run out of ideas. Mladenovic now passes it to Pelistri. Pelistri passing it to Unai. Unai back to Mladenovic. Mladenovic to Arao. Arao now to Unai. Unai loses the ball. And it's a foul for Olympiacos. It is so unique being at Karaiskaki and watching the Olympiacos fans. Absolutely lively. The images are just something else. Another change for Panathinaikos. Bakasetas coming off. Getting booed by everyone is Tasos Bakasetas. And he's replaced by Alexander Yeremeyev. Yeremeyev coming on for Bakasetas on 69 minutes. Not a bad game from the Greece captain. Moved the ball nicely. I don't often say good things about Bakasetas, and I don't care that he plays for Panathinaikos. I just believe he's the most overrated Greek player of all time. But he had a good game tonight, Tasos Bakasetas. Good game tonight. Did Panathinaikos proud. Ball goes backwards, Zolakis is playing it forward. There's Mladenovic, Ingasson. Willian Arao, back to Palmer Brown. Still Palmer Brown, who's replacing Schenkefeld, who got injured in the first leg of the Greek Cup quarterfinals at Oaka. Bart Schenkefeld. There's Panathinaikos now with Unai playing it on the left to Mladenovic. Mladenovic, he has Pelistri for support, plays it through for Fotis Ioannidis, who lets the ball go through, but it's cleared by Retsos. Palmer Brown, Mladenovic. 78 minutes at Karaiskakis. Cleared by Retsos again, who's having a great game. Tsikinio tries to clear it, but only as far as Arao. There's Unai. Unai is still with the ball. Unai. There's Ioannidis trying to make his way through. Goes down looking for a penalty. Nothing. Olympiacos fans and players are now calling for a yellow card. Pats Ortega having a go at Ioannidis, calling for a yellow card. It's not the first time Ioannidis simulates a penalty. He did the same thing back in 2023, if I remember correctly. 2022, excuse me, when he went down inside the Olympiacos area at Leoforos, while under pressure by Avila. And he did say in an interview with Gazeta that he knew. Ioannidis admitted during an interview at Gazeta that he knew he would make a mistake, that Avila was going. Oh, it's a VAR check. It's a VAR check, of course. Another VAR check for Panathinaikos. And it's obviously going to be a penalty now for Panathinaikos, because that's how it always goes. The referee will now determine that he was fouled inside the area. Ioannidis is now getting ready for to take this on. He missed it. He missed another penalty another controversial penalty that Ioannidis is about to earn for Panathinaikos, just like he did at Leoforos in 2022 when he went down by Avila, when he acted like Avila had elbowed him when he didn't really do it, and he admitted at Gazeta. He admitted it at Gazeta. A penalty for Panathinaikos now in 73 minutes. He admitted it at Gazeta that he knew Avila was going to make a mistake, and so he knew he had to simulate it. Another penalty that Ioannidis earns, and it's a yellow card to Carmo. Well done there. Two major VAR calls for Panathinaikos in this game. Very interesting to see if it was the other way around, if Olympiacos got those kind of calls at Oaka. Anyway, Ioannidis versus Zolakis now. Zolakis has proven his worth when it comes to penalty kicks. Saved a penalty against Twente, saved a big penalty against Atromitos that saved Olympiacos' blushes and their 3 points. Let's see now. This is going to be very interesting. Arguably the best Greek striker against the best Greek goalkeeper. That's interesting. Now let's see what Ioannidis can do. Let's see what Zolakis can do. Zolakis versus Ioannidis. Zolakis playing mind games. So, let's see. There's the whistle. Ioannidis, and it's a goal for Panathinaikos, 1-0. Ioannidis doing his usual celebration. Olympiacos players are very angry at him. 1-1 for Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos earning a very controversial penalty. Second controversial penalty that Panathinaikos earned with Fotis Ioannidis after 2022 when he admitted that he simulated a penalty. Yellow card for Retsos now, it seems, and Rodine. Second penalty that Ioannidis simulates after he did the same in 2022 with Avila. 1-1 for Panathinaikos. Karaiskaki is in arms. Karaiskaki absolutely furious right now. 75th minute here, 15 minutes to go. Olympiacos Panathinaikos 1-0. Controversial red card for Kostinia. Controversial penalty for Panathinaikos. Fotis Ioannidis scores 1-1. Olympiacos making a change here. Olympiacos wonder kid Babis Kostoulas is coming on and he's replacing Chiquinho. Let's see if Babis has any magic for this big game. There was an angry confrontation between Ioannidis and the Olympiacos players after he celebrated in a provocative manner towards Gate 7. There was a nasty confrontation between Olympiacos players and Ioannidis after he scored that controversial penalty. He celebrated in a provocative manner towards Gate 7. Gate 7 got very angry. If anything, the unity of this team is very, very strong. Panathinaikos now playing out the back with Palmer Brown. There's now Unai. Unai trying to play it through for Pelistri, and there's Retsos. Olympiacos need to make sure their emotions don't get the better of them. Mladenovic. Pelistri. Retsos. There's Babis Kostoulas, who I believe is having... he didn't touch the ball there. Fotis Ioannidis was also yellow carded. Rodine as well, for an angry confrontation between them after Panathinaikos' controversial equalizer. Ingasson. Mladenovic. Unai. Long ball towards the other side. Can he get there? No, Kotsiras cannot. Zeka is training with the subs, and he's, as a proper captain, he's sending instructions to his players. Carlos Zeka, in my opinion, a Greece legend. There's Hezze now. Hezze with the ball. Hezze, still Hezze. Hezze, can he hold on? He can. And there's Rodine with plenty of space down the right. So much space down the right. But he needs support. There's a cross, and it's a goal. No, it's not a goal for Olympiacos. A header by Babis Kostoulas, I believe. I think it was Babis Kostoulas who got the header. It went out for a free kick as Dragovski's getting ready to get things going. Theo Magnatis, this game is rigged. Soft red card, softer penalty. Well, I haven't been able to look at the replays, I'm afraid. If anyone can send me any replays, that'd be amazing, because Olympiacos always have me sitting without a screen in front of me. That's what they do with international media. They did the same with the BBC when I was working with them during Olympiacos Aston Villa last season. Here's Panathinaikos now, Unai to William Arao. William Arao to Ingasson. Ingasson, Mladenovic. There's the cross. Carmo Sends it back, and there's El Kabi now. El Kabi now passes it to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia back to Rodine. Rodine, still Rodine. Danny Garcia, no, to Hezze. Hezze back to Danny Garcia. Garcia holds on to it. It's a free throw for Olympiacos. Free throw for Olympiacos. Rodine to El Kabi, to no one. Ball goes back to Dragovski. 80 minutes at Karaiskaki, 1-1 between Olympiacos and Panathinaikos. Karmo opening the scoring with a header, and there's Olympiacos now with Babis Kostoulas. Can he shoot? He shoots, but it goes out for a free kick. I think there was a deflection as well. Oh, there's offside. Offside. Babis Kostoulas was offside, of course. 1-1 between Olympiacos and Panathinaikos, 80 minutes, 10 minutes to go. Karmo opening the scoring on 14 minutes with a lovely header, and then Panathinaikos equalizing with a controversial penalty by Fotis Ioannidis, who earned it. Mladenovic. There's Pelistri. Pelistri still with the ball. Unai to Ioannidis, everyone's favorite player so far at Karaiskaki. Unai, Tete. Back to Unai. Unai passes it back to Mladenovic. Mladenovic to Unai. Unai. Ioannidis loses it. Bad pass there. Bad pass. There's El Kabi. And it's a foul for Olympiacos. Ten minutes for Olympiacos to score. El Kabi gets the ball, gets a touch. Olympiacos get the ball back. Danny Garcia. Garcia still with the ball. Back to Rodine. Rodine still with the ball. Tremendous pressure. Panathinaikos applying a lot of pressure. They've really improved under Louis Vitoria. The high press is so good. Zolakis with a long ball towards El Kabi. El Kabi. Babis Kostoulas. And that's a free throw for Olympiacos. Rodine passes it to El Kabi, but Ingasson gets in front of him. Still no goals for El Kabi. That's his 7th goal for Olympiacos against Panathinaikos, and it's a foul for Panathinaikos. Ioannidis goes down again for another foul. And it's a yellow card for an Olympiacos member of staff. I don't think it's for Jose Luis Mendilibar. Panathinaikos getting ready to make another change now. I believe it's Limnios who's getting ready to come on. Yes, it's Limnios. Greece international, former PAOK star. Dimitris Limnios getting ready to come on. And he's replacing Pelistri. Back underway here. There's Palmer Brown passing it back to Dragovski. Dragovski with a long ball. Olympiacos taking too long there with Ioannidis running towards the ball. Rodine gets to it. Karmo didn't read this right. Ioannidis could have gone through with only Zolakis to face. Dragovski to Palmer Brown. Palmer Brown. Long ball. Karmo. There's Unai now. Panathinaikos are so much better with Unai. But of course, Panathinaikos are playing with against a 10 players, so that makes sense. Dragovski passes it to Ingasson. Ingasson to Arao. Arao now to Unai. Palmer Brown. Ingasson. Back to Arao. Arao. There's Tete. Tete with a long ball on the other side where Mladenovic is. There's the cross to nowhere, to no one. There's Pacho Ortega. And it's a free throw for Olympiacos. Great play there by Pacho Ortega. Great physical playing there. A very colorful chant now for Fotis Ioannidis. I don't know if you can hear it. Quite a rhyme there. Ortega now. There's Olympiacos, and it's a foul for Olympiacos. Zolak is now getting ready for a long ball down the left where Pacho Ortega is. With Babis Kostoulas, dispossessed. The great movement there. Great movement by Babis. Babis Kostoulas. Can he shoot? He shoots straight to Dragovski. 85 minutes at Karaiskaki, 5 minutes to go. There's Mladenovic. No, Limnios, excuse me. Unai. Back to Dragovski, and it goes out for a corner. Can it go? And it's out for a corner kick. Corner kick. Really bad pass by Unai. One bad pass by Unai throughout the entire match. And it kind of looked like he was about to score an own goal. But it went out for a corner kick. Dragovski almost saved it. But he couldn't keep the ball on the line. So it's a corner kick for Olympiacos. Rodine on the ball now. Let's see. Yaremchuk getting ready to come on. Can he put together a display similar to the one he put together at Steaua? There's the corner. There's a kick. Still in, still on. And it goes straight to Maxi, to Dragovski. Dragovski now with a volley. And it goes straight out for a free throw. Dragovski now, who's he going to replace? It's going to be El Kabi. There was a yellow card for William Arao earlier for complaining. Who's coming off now? El Kabi. So guys, El Kabi is Olympiacos' all-time top goal scorer in Europe. Top goal scorer this season. Top goal scorer in the league last season, second top goal scorer in the league this season. And it's been 7 games, and El Kabi still hasn't scored against Panathinaikos. 0 goal in 7 games for El Kabi against Panathinaikos. Replaced by Yaremchuk. There's Babis now. Ball goes out for a free throw. 88 minutes at Karaiskaki. Let's see if Yaremchuk can do the same that he did in the cup. Rodine is going to go deep now. He's going to go for a long throw. He's going to do a Rory Delap here, or an Iceland, depending on when you were born. Here it comes. Goes long. Panathinaikos clear it. There's Karmo. Keeping it down. Babis Kostoulas now. William Arao. Kotsiras, Ortega's had such a good game. And Karmo gonna pass it back to Zolakis. Long ball by Jolakis. Arao now. Palmer Brown, Ingason. To Mladenovic down the left. Mladenovic. Still Mladenovic. Passes it to Limnios. Limnios with Rodine in front of him. Back to Unai. Unai now. Passes it on the right where Kotsiras is. Kotsiras. There's the cross. Olympiacos clear it. Ingason. Back to Palmer Brown. Almost 90 minutes here at Karaiskaki. Still 1-1. Is it going to be a fourth draw for me? Every time I come and watch Olympiacos Panathinaikos, it's always a draw. Always a draw when I come and watch Olympiacos Panathinaikos. Fourth time. And it's a foul for Panathinaikos. Ah, 90 minutes here. Let's see how much stoppage time. At least 5 minutes, I'd say, with all the VAR nonsense. Tete now getting ready to for the free kick. Here it comes. There's a header from Ioannidis. Was it Ioannidis? Yeah, it was Ioannidis. Out for a free kick. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. Only 4 minutes to go. So guys, if you haven't done so, please do like and subscribe. And if you haven't joined us on Patreon, please do. We're aiming to bring you a lot of cool stuff like this, live commentary for big games. Hoping to be on Thursday against Karabag. Zolakis now. Whips it in. Hezze gets the header. Yaremchuk. And it's a foul. Foul for Olympiacos. Around the midfield area. And we're hoping there's not going to be any technical difficulties against Karabag. Not this time, hopefully. Rodine is going to take this one. With Dani Garcia next to him. 4 minutes to go here. Let's see. Rodine. There's the cross. Panathinaikos with Arao. They clear it. And the ball goes back where Zolakis is. Zolakis now with the long ball. Where Rodine is, but he's beaten by Tete. Lovely ball that. Let's see. There's the cross to no one. Now Panathinaikos on the counter. Can Panathinaikos steal it? Rodine clears it. No foul. Limnios now. It's so obvious that Olympiacos have been playing with a game with one man down. Rodine dispossesses him very nicely. But he gives the ball away. Tried to find Yaremchuk, but gives the ball away. There's the cross. Karmo clears it. And Rodine now towards Yaremchuk. There's Yaremchuk. He passes to Kostulas. Kostulas to Yaremchuk again. He has no support. He has no support. Δεν πειράζει. 3 more minutes to go. Ingason to Arao. Panathinaikos are just going to play with time now. There's Unai, Mladenovic. Back to Unai. Kotsiras. There's the cross. Karmo clears it. Arao is there. Arao down the right. 2 more minutes. Ball goes out for a free throw for Olympiacos. For Panathinaikos, excuse me. Olympiacos now trying to get the ball rolling. There's Yaremchuk. There's not enough Olympiacos. And that's a foul. That's a foul. And a yellow card. Yellow card to Ingasson. Yellow card to Ingasson. Four minutes are almost up. This is going to be Olympiacos' last attack. Zolakis is going to take this set piece on. It's around the midfield area. All of Olympiacos up front, but Olympiacos need to be very careful not to concede because a draw is so much better than a loss right now. Zolakis whips it in. Cleared by Panathinaikos. There's Danny Garcia. He goes down. No foul from the ref. No foul. No foul. And that's it. That's full time at Olympiacos. Full time at Karaiskaki. Olympiacos Panathinaikos 1-1. So 1-1 at Karaiskaki, another draw between the two eternal rivals, 58th actually. Olympiacos still winless against Panathinaikos, almost 2 years without a win. Quite a controversial affair. 1-1 draw. Karm opening the goal scoring on 14 minutes. Then Kostinia got controversially sent off for a foul on Djuricic. VAR referee deemed that he fouled Djuricic and that Djuricic was the final man. So he was sent off in the second minute of stoppage time. And then controversy hit again in the second half. Ioannidis winning another controversial penalty, just like he did at Leoforos in 2022 with Avila. And then he took on the penalty and he scored the equalizer. Very unhappy faces around here at Karaiskaki, very frustrated. The title race very open. Olympiacos are still leading the way. 4 points ahead of AEK, who are second with 40 points. Panathinaikos with the same points as AEK, 4 points behind Olympiacos. The fans are now supporting Olympiacos despite the fact that they didn't win. They're singing Olympiake Gera, Protathilma Xana. They believe in the title and Olympiacos are clapping back. They're thanking them. Another winless match against Panathinaikos. It's going to be a long league. We got the playoffs. Lots is going to be said about this game. A lot of controversy. But until then, that's going to be a story for another day. I was Kostas Lianos. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. So, guys, if you haven't done so, haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. Join us on Patreon. Thank you for joining me. There were so many of you guys. I had a blast with you. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again at Karabag if I manage to go there. So, yeah, keep an eye on Karabag. Stay around for the post-match reaction from the boys. And I hopefully will see you very soon. Take care, guys.